Welcome, focused learners. Let's jump right into today's explainer. We're looking at an absolute beauty today, the Anthurium andrianum. You probably just know it as the painter's palette plant. I mean, you've definitely seen it, right? Sitting quietly in a doctor's office, or maybe over in the corner of your local greenhouse. But as we're about to see, there is so much more going on with this plant than meets the eye.
In fact, we have to ask, is this nature's biggest lie? What if I told you this familiar houseplant evolved to look exactly like an artist's palette just to survive? Literally, everything about that stunning visual appearance we prize in our homes is actually a total biological illusion. It's a real masterclass in deception.
Okay, let's dive into exactly how this works. Section 1, the anatomy of deception. It's a massive contrast between what we expect and biological reality. You see that giant, glossy, bright red part? We all naturally assume that's just a massive, vibrant flower petal. But reality check? It's actually just a modified, waxy leaf designed for a very specific functional purpose. It isn't just trying to look pretty for us, it is completely biologically engineered for survival.
Botanically speaking, this structure is called a spathe. Again, not a petal. It's a highly specialized leaf that evolved with this incredible lacquer-like sheen. And the reason for that gloss is honestly brilliant. Down in the dark rainforests where these guys originate, they have to maximize every single ray of light they can get. So that glossy spathe acts exactly like a botanical reflector, just bouncing vital sunlight precisely where the plant needs it most.
But wait, if the red leaf is just a flashy billboard, where's the actual action happening? Well, that brings us to the spadix. That's the central yellow spike protruding right out of the spathe. While the red leaf gets all the glory, this yellow spike is the true reproductive center of the whole operation.
And this is where the sheer scale of the illusion really hits you. If you thought the red leaf was the flower, get ready for this. The real flowers aren't massive petals at all. They're actually hundreds of microscopic dots. Literally, if you took a magnifying glass and looked super closely at that central spike, you'd see the true flowers are tiny. They're essentially invisible to the naked eye, just tightly clustered together all the way up and down that yellow spadix.
Now things get a little crazy. Section 2, Microscopic Chemical Warfare.
Yeah, do not let its beauty fool you. Despite looking like a piece of art, the entire plant is secretly packed with microscopic weapons. It acts as a completely hidden biological booby trap. It just sits there looking gorgeous and totally harmless, specifically targeting unsuspecting herbivores who wander by thinking, hey, that beautiful plant looks like a tasty rainforest snack.
The secret to this trap? Calcium oxalate crystals. Deep inside the cells of the plant, you've got these microscopic, extremely sharp, needle-like structures. They function exactly like tiny, lethal glass shards that are just waiting patiently to be disturbed.
So, what happens when a hungry herbivore actually takes a bite? It triggers this absolutely unavoidable sequence of doom. The very second a bite is taken, those hidden calcium oxalate crystals shoot right out of the plant cells like tiny glass shards, violently piercing the soft tissues of the predator's mouth and throat. This microscopic assault causes immediate, intense burning and severe swelling. It's an incredibly violent but highly effective biological reaction to being eaten. I mean, no one is coming back for seconds.
Which really puts things into perspective. Section 3, an evolutionary masterpiece.
This brilliant dual nature is just a perfectly executed survival strategy. On one hand, the lure. The plant uses what looks like stunning visual art to attract the specific pollinators it desperately needs to reproduce. But on the other hand, the threat. Simultaneously utilizing microscopic chemical warfare to aggressively repel the predators that want to eat it. It perfectly balances creation and destruction right there in a single organism.
To perfectly encapsulate everything we've just uncovered, I want to share a direct quote from our source material at Know the Plants. It says, "It's an evolutionary masterpiece, using visual art to lure pollinators and microscopic warfare to repel predators." That beautifully and succinctly summarizes the sheer genius of the Anthurium's biological design. Which brings us to our final thought to wrap up this explainer. Are you looking at your houseplants a little differently now? Because I definitely am. The next time you walk past that glossy red painter's palette sitting quietly in the corner, I hope you remember the intricate visual illusion and, of course, the hidden armory of glass shards waiting inside. Thanks for joining me today. Keep your focus sharp and never stop questioning the fascinating world right in front of your eyes.